The ocean has always held a powerful allure for humanity. It's a realm of vastness and mystery, a place where dreams set sail and legends are born. Among these vessels, few have captured the imagination quite like the RMS Titanic. And on a frigid April night in 1912, the world watched in horror as the Titanic story took a tragic turn. The Titanic's story begins in the shipyards of Belfast, Ireland. Amidst the clang of hammers and the hiss of welding torches, a legend was forged. Commissioned by the White Star Line, the Titanic was to be the crown jewel of its fleet. The Titanic's construction was a marvel of engineering. Skilled workers meticulously assembled the massive hull and crafted the opulent interiors. The Titanic's size was staggering. At over 882 feet long, it was the largest ship afloat. Over a century has passed since the Titanic sank, yet its story continues to captivate. The official inquiry concluded it was a tragic accident due to excessive speed and insufficient lifeboats. But whispers of conspiracy and cover-ups have circulated for decades. Some point to the lack of binoculars, high speed and inadequate lifeboats as evidence of negligence. Others speculate about more outlandish theories. Could the Titanic have been switched with its sister ship, the Olympic, as part of an insurance scam? While these theories range from plausible to fantastical, they all speak to the enduring mystery of the Titanic. The unsinkable ship, confidence and complacency. The Titanic's size and advanced design led many to believe it was unsinkable. This notion was perpetuated by the press and public alike. The term unsinkable fed into the era's sense of technological superiority. However, no ship was truly immune to the perils of the sea. The ocean's vastness and unpredictability meant even advanced vessels were vulnerable. The Titanic's reputation created a sense of complacency among some passengers and crew. This attitude had tragic consequences on that fateful April night. The Titanic's story is a reminder of the necessity of preparedness. A city at sea, luxury and innovation on the high seas. The Titanic wasn't just a mode of transportation, it was a destination in itself. Its lavish interiors rivaled the most opulent hotels and mansions of the time. From the grand staircase to the opulent dining room, the Titanic offered an experience of unparalleled luxury. First-class passengers enjoyed amenities like a swimming pool, gymnasium, Turkish bath and library. The Titanic was a floating palace, a testament to extravagance and indulgence. It was a symbol of progress and innovation, tragically cut short in the North Atlantic. For the first few days, the Titanic sailed through calm seas under clear skies. The weather was unusually mild, the sea like a vast, shimmering mirror. Passengers and crew reveled in the tranquil conditions. Despite the idyllic conditions, there were subtle hints of danger. Wireless messages reported icebergs in the Titanic's path. Captain Smith adjusted the ship's course slightly southward. However, the belief in the Titanic's invulnerability persisted. This complacency masked the growing danger beneath the tranquil sea. As the sun dipped below the horizon on April 14, 1912, casting long shadows across the deck of the Titanic, a sense of unease settled over the ship. At 11:40 p.m., lookout Frederick Fleet spotted a dark shape looming out of the mist. "Iceberg right ahead," he shouted. The ship's officers reacted swiftly, attempting to steer clear. Despite their efforts, it was too late. The impact tore open a series of gashes in the Titanic's hull, breaching several watertight compartments. Seawater rushed in, dooming the unsinkable ship to a watery grave. In the aftermath of the Titanic's sinking, questions and recriminations filled the air. How could a ship deemed unsinkable have met such a catastrophic end? The inquiries revealed a series of shortcomings and misjudgments. The Titanic lacked a sufficient number of lifeboats to accommodate all of its passengers and crew. This oversight, a consequence of outdated maritime regulations, proved fatal. Furthermore, the evacuation procedures were poorly organized and inconsistently enforced. The lack of adequate training for the crew and the absence of clear instructions for passengers exacerbated the dire circumstances. The Titanic's legacy is one of both innovation and tragedy, a reminder of the limits of human ingenuity. The sinking serves as a timeless cautionary tale, highlighting the importance of preparedness and humility. The whispers of what could have been continue to haunt the Titanic's story, a somber reminder of the human cost of complacency. The Titanic's sinking, while officially attributed to a collision with an iceberg, has spawned a wave of speculation and conspiracy theories. The sheer scale of the tragedy has fueled a belief that there was more to the story. Some theories point to possible negligence or deliberate actions on the part of the White Star Line. Was the ship sailing at an unsafe speed through known ice fields? Were cost-cutting measures a factor in the high death toll? Other theories suggest that the Titanic's sinking was a deliberate act of sabotage or insurance fraud. Could a rival shipping company have played a role in the disaster? Was the Titanic switched with its sister ship, the Olympic? The whispers of conspiracy serve as a reminder that some mysteries continue to defy easy answers and fuel our collective imagination. One of the more intriguing theories surrounding the Titanic's demise is the coal fire theory. This theory posits that a fire in one of the ship's coal bunkers weakened the hull structure. Proponents point to eyewitness accounts from surviving crew members who reported seeing a fire and noticing a dark discoloration on the hull. They argue that the intense heat from the fire weakened the steel plates, making them more brittle. While the presence of a coal fire is not disputed, its role in the sinking remains debated. Some experts argue that the fire was contained and extinguished before the ship left Southampton. Opponents of the coal fire theory point out that the Titanic's hull was designed with multiple watertight compartments. They argue that even if the fire had weakened a section of the hull, the ship's design should have prevented the rapid flooding. The coal fire theory, while compelling, lacks definitive proof. It's plausible that the fire contributed to the Titanic's vulnerability, but it's difficult to determine with certainty. The debate underscores the complexity of the Titanic story and the challenges in piecing together a complete account of the events. A more far-fetched theory links the Titanic disaster to an alleged plot to kill wealthy opponents of the Federal Reserve. According to this theory, J.P. Morgan, a longist of the Rothschilds who were supposed to be on the Titanic but cancelled last minute, deliberately allowed the ship to sink in order to eliminate key figures like John Jacob Astor, Isidor Straus, and Benjamin Guggenheim, all of whom died in the disaster. These men were rumored to oppose the creation of the Federal Reserve, and their deaths supposedly cleared the way for its establishment in 1913. This theory lacks credible evidence and is widely regarded as a fringe conspiracy. However, it wouldn't be the first time the Rothschilds are up to no good. In the aftermath of any tragedy, the human mind often seeks explanations that transcend the rational. The Titanic story is no exception, as evidenced by the enduring legend of the mummy's curse. According to this legend, the Titanic was carrying a cursed Egyptian mummy in its cargo hold. The mummy, said to be that of an ancient Egyptian priestess, was rumored to have been removed from its tomb under mysterious circumstances. While the mummy's curse is a tale often recounted with fascination, there is no evidence to support the claim. The ship's cargo manifests contain no mention of such an artifact. The mummy's curse speaks to the human need to find meaning in tragedy. These stories serve as cautionary tales, reminding us of the power of fate and the fragility of life. The Titanic story has become intertwined with folklore and speculation, blurring the lines between reality and myth. The echoes of these legends serve as a reminder that some stories retain a power to captivate our imaginations. The Titanic's timeless tale, a legacy forged in tragedy. The Titanic's story, born of tragedy, has become a timeless parable echoing through generations. It speaks to human nature, progress, and the power of the natural world. Once hailed as human ingenuity, it now reminds us of technology's limits and the dangers of hubris. The belief in its unsinkability was a tragic illusion, highlighting the need for humility. Yet, its legacy is also one of courage, selflessness, and resilience. Stories from the wreckage inspire us, showcasing humanity's inherent goodness. The band playing on, men giving up lifeboat places, and wireless operators sending pleas for help demonstrate the human spirit's extraordinary capacity. The Titanic's legacy, forged in tragedy, reminds us of life's fragility. and the human spirit's enduring strength.